morning, class. So for this video, I would like you to take out your math workbook. If you do not have it with you, pause the video and grab it. Once you have your workbook, you may click play. And once you have your workbook, turn to page 531. Page 531. You should be on lesson 12.7. Describe triangles. The essential question in this lesson is, how can you use sides and angles to help you describe triangles? In the Unlock the Problem, we are going to use straws of different lengths to make triangles. This activity, we will need straws, scissors, and a math board. I do not have straws, and it's okay if you do not have straws. You can use paper. So what you can do is you can cut out a strip of paper and use that as your straw. And you want your pieces of paper to be in different length. So yeah, I'm going to cut that in half maybe. This one I'm just going to cut a piece off of that. I think I'm going to cut 3 pieces out of this strip. So you want to have different strips. I think I'm going to leave that one that size. Okay, so I'm going to collect that, put that on my math board. So I'm going to use a blank piece of paper as my math board. Another material that I have is spaghetti noodles. So you do not have to use spaghetti noodles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it in half, give it to a few different pieces. You can just use your pieces of paper if you want. Anything works. Alright. So these are going to be my materials. So for step 1, cut out the straws into different lengths. So you should have cut your strip of papers. If you have not done so, you may pause the video and cut your strips of paper. You probably want about 8 pieces of strips of paper. Alright, once you're done with that, step 2, find straw pieces that you can put together to make a triangle. Draw your triangle on the math board. So I'm going to put my materials to the side. And I'm just going to grab a few of my spaghetti strips or spaghetti noodles. I'm going to try to make a triangle. Does that look like a triangle? Well, I gotta close it. So let's see. That makes a triangle. I'm going to draw that out. I think it's easier to just trace it. You can trace it or you can just draw it out. There's my triangle. Alright. So you may pause the video and try putting your triangle together. Alright. Now I'm going to try to grab a few different pieces. Try to make another triangle. That makes a triangle. I'm going to draw that out. Alright. I think I'm going to try my strip of paper. Looks like this works. I'm going to just trace it. There we go. So these are my triangles. So this is my step 2. Alright, if you need more time, you may pause the video and click play once you're done. Number 1, compare the lengths of the sides. Describe when you can make a triangle. So you want to pull out your math board and take a look at it. So I'm looking at my triangles that I made, and I want to see how I made my triangles. I'm going to grab my spaghetti noodle, put it back on here. What do you notice? Well, I noticed that when 2 of the straws pieces put together are longer than the third piece, you can close the straw to make a triangle. So if I put 2 pieces together, it's longer than the third piece here. So when I put it together, I was able to make a triangle. Okay, so then I'm going to write down when 2 straws put together is longer than the third straw. Alright, you may pause the video and copy that. Once you are done, you may click play. And number 2, describe when you cannot make a triangle. So earlier, when I try to make a triangle, I noticed that my 2 short pieces kept falling. I couldn't connect them, so they wouldn't reach each other to create a triangle. They would have that gap, and when I try to close it, they just fall onto my third strip piece of paper. So for my answer for number 2, I noticed that when 2 straws pieces are put together, they are still shorter than my third piece. Alright, if you need more time, you may pause the video and hit play when you are ready. Number 3, explain how you can change the straw pieces in step 3 to make a triangle. So going back to step 3 was when we found the straw pieces that we cannot put together to make a triangle. So I'm going to go back to my math board. So these pieces, I cannot make a triangle out of them. So what can I change about them? Well, these two pieces here are too short. So I think what I can do is maybe switch out maybe the too short piece for longer pieces. And when I do that, I was able to create a triangle. So for number 3, I can change the shorter straws for longer ones. Alright, if you need more time, you may pause the video and copy that. Okay, and thank you for watching. I will see you back in class.